India winning the ICC Women's World Cup in 2025 might seem like something that happened at the stroke of, well, absolutely, well, it happened at the stroke of midnight, and it might seem like a magical moment, but truth be told, it was a quiet revolution that had been building and building and building. And one of the most touching images that came about afterwards was the fact that the current women's team invited former legends, the likes of Mithali Raj, Jhulan Goswami, and Anjum Chopra to also celebrate with the team and lift the World Cup in a subtle way, giving a nod to the players who came before them, the players who walked, so that the current generation could run. And it was something that left former India spinner Ashwin very, very impressed. In fact, this is what he had to say on his YouTube channel when he was talking about that particular gesture. He said that the team gave the trophy to Mithali Raj. I actually take my hat off to the women's team for that. The men's team has never done something like this. And he elucidated on this point further by saying that generationally there has always been some competitiveness between the men's side of things. If there is acknowledgement, it'll be a case of my generation is better than yours or vice versa. But in this case, he said that coming together was very, very touching to watch. In fact, he further elucidated on this point by saying that I found that fascinating, because this victory that the Indian women's team achieved, it's the result of 25 years of work, or maybe even 2 or 3 decades. And he is absolutely right. If you're looking at when it is that the women's team first started really getting results, the first proper time they made it to the final of a World Cup, 2005. That's about 2 decades prior. After that, you had to wait 2017. After that, you then wait 2025. So it's basically very long gaps. And hopefully, of course, that time now is done when the Indian women's team has these long gaps in terms of getting to finals and even winning titles, because of course once you get that taste, you're always hungry for more. And many have compared this obviously to 1983, which was a genesis moment really for Indian cricket, a game-changing moment. Others compared it, of course, to 2011 when India lifted the tournament at home. Many others even said it was similar to 2007 when India won the T20 World Cup for the first time. Obviously, all these comparisons are great and valid, but according to Ashwin, this is probably the greatest trophy that India have ever won in terms of the sport of cricket. This is what he had to say. He said that I would rate this as a bigger and colossal achievement than any World Cup that we, that is the men's, have won. It is going to change everyone's mindset, and it's an important point for him to touch upon, where he says that this is something that will encourage more and more girls to take up the sport of cricket. You'll see mindsets change of everyone, not just within the country, but even those involved with the sport. Of course, I would disagree with him saying that this is bigger than anything. Personally, 83 ranks above everything else for me at a personal level, mainly because, well, without 83, none of this exists. Not just this, none of 2007, 2011, 2024, 25. Nothing exists without 83. That was the genesis. That was the start. Now, that's the only place where I disagree with him, but otherwise, well, it's Ashwin. Who am I to disagree with his opinions? But what do you guys think? Let us know that in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap the bell icon, follow us also on social media. We're on Instagram, X, and Facebook, and stay tuned for more such updates from the world of sport.